Hello everybody, welcome to yet another video of mine. In today's video we're going to be looking at all the definitive Hive games, so this will be excluding Block Hunt, and we will be ranking them from worst to best. So there will be 7 total places on this list, and without further ado, I think we can get into it. Oh, one thing I like to quickly say is that this will be based on mainly subjectivity with a little bit of objectivity in the mix, so the base is going to be my opinion, but there will be some facts and stuff in there to kind of, I guess, hopefully support my opinion. Maybe contrast it. So, yeah, I think we're good to go. So let's do it. For last place on this list, I'm torn between 2, and honestly, I feel like I have to go with survival games for this one. I just find it bland, really. And I don't appreciate just how aggressive people are. I understand that's kind of the point. You gotta be aggressive, but I feel like I'm going up against PCs, and as a console player, I'm automatically at a disadvantage. It's not very fun overall. I'm just saying, I don't really enjoy the game. It's very repetitive, not much to it. Every other game has a twist to it, while this is just as simple as it gets. Go to chest. Take out things from chest. Beat people with things that come from chest. Win game. And honestly, leveling up is also a pain in the ass. I'm not even level 10 on the game. I know there's only 30 levels. I'm not even level 10, and frankly, I don't give a shit either. It's just a boring and honestly frustrating game. Sorry, Hive, but this is the only bad one on the list. And one more feature I'd like to implement for this list in particular is that every single game I will be giving a score out of 10, just so you have an idea of how I feel about the game. I think I can give survival games a 4 out of 10. It's below average and not very enjoyable. It's not even worth a pass, to be honest. At number 6, and this was pretty close to survival games, but I think this is appropriate for Murder Mystery. Murder Mystery, at least Hive's version of it, isn't bad. It's just the fact that Murder Mystery is such an overused game. It's on Roblox, it's on Minecraft, it's everywhere you've been. It's just everywhere. It doesn't go away. And because of that, it's oversaturated and it comes off as repetitive and boring. Now, I do like the twist that the Hive have implemented in the game. It does freshen it up a little bit. So I think it's fair to give Murder Mystery a 5 out of 10. It is good enough to pass, but barely. I just wish they could have put a different game in place of Murder Mystery. I don't think there's much they could have done with Murder Mystery to make it any more fun than how boring it would be already. They tried, and I applaud them for that, but in my opinion, it's just not good enough, and that's no hate towards them either. So let's move on. Alright, so at number 5 on this list, I feel like Death Run is deserving of this position. Now, I enjoy Death Run when I'm able to level up. I am max level, which means that I just don't really enjoy Death Run because it lacks purpose for me. So if it was up to me, like solely objective, I would throw Death Run at 7th, but as a whole, it is a decent game. It's just because the games are so quick, always being completed within 5 minutes no matter what, it's easy for it to get repetitive. I can't ask myself to sit down for an hour and play Death Run straight. So out of 10, I think Death Run's deserving of, I would say, 6.5 overall. It's a good game. It has its good moments, but because it gets repetitive so easily, I can't give it too many points in that field. So, not bad overall, could be better. I kind of wish they'd add a game mode where it's more like Dragon Escape, so you're running from death run. So it would make sense, at least theatrically. Anyhow, let's move on. At number 4 on this list, which is in the middle, smack dab in the middle, Hide and Seek I feel like is fair to put here. Now, I enjoy Hide and Seek more than Death Run because Hide and Seek isn't as repetitive. Now, yes, your objectives are one of 2 things. You're either hunting down people or you're hiding from people. The only problem I have with Hide and Seek, though, truthfully, is that the XP rewards need to be fixed up. You're earning nothing for being a seeker, but you're earning plenty for sitting your ass in a corner. I will admit that being a hider can be boring, but considering it gives you so much XP, it does make it more worth it. I just wish they would give the seeker more XP because it takes work to find people, you know? Even in real life too, you want to find somebody to grow old and die with? That takes work. If you're capable, that is. Oh god, this has turned into a complete different conversation rather quickly. Anyhow, out of 10, I would say Hide and Seek deserves a 7 on the nose. 7.0 out of 10. I think that's pretty respectable. That's where you want to be with these games at the very least. Anyhow, let's move on. So, claiming our bronze medal, I have to give this to Just Build. Now, I enjoy Just Build. I think it's a very fun game. There's nothing objectively wrong with Just Build, not necessarily. I mean, they could be a little bit quicker to add blocks into the game, and they could add a little bit better function to water and lava and all that stuff. But aside from that, the game's pretty sound. There's nothing too wrong with it. The problem is the people themselves. I don't want to see people build vaginas or penises in my lobbies. I don't want to see people just give mez because they want to win. You know what I mean? I want people to take the game seriously. And although I am a strict raider myself, like, it takes a lot for me to give you a good, great, or love. Most of the time I'm giving okays. It's just because I'm strict that way. But I still allot people those chances. And I kind of wish the entire community was the same in that regard. So, Just Build on its own is a wonderful game, but the players do tend to ruin it. So, out of 10, I would say Just Build nets itself a 7.5. Pretty good. Securing the silver medal on this list, I think this is fair to put Treasure Wars in second place. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the community would put Treasure Wars in the top 3, so there's not much of a debate to be had here. I think Treasure Wars is great by premise. I love the idea of having a treasure that allows you to have infinite spawns. However, if that treasure is destroyed, one more spawn and then you're dead. I like that idea. And I like the design of the maps overall. Hive did a really good job making Treasure Wars. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of control you have over your game. You might want to play defensively or offensively, or maybe a combination of both. However, there is one grilling issue with Treasure Wars. Everybody's competition. Unless you're a PC, you're outclassed, no matter what. I'm a console, and I would say I'm a decent console player. But I'm getting my ass kicked by, little shits on keyboards, and it really annoys me. Overall, I really wish there'd be a way to sort this whole competition thing out, but as it sits right now, Treasure Wars nets an 8.5 out of 10. Great overall. Nabbing the gold medal on this list is Skywars, and I'm proud to say it. Very, very loud and proud to say that Skywars is probably the best overall. I'm not even sure if I can say just subjectively, might be objectively too, but let me explain myself. Skywars is good because it takes so many good facets from other games. You think about Deathrun and how its games are short, well, Skywars kind of follows that too. Skywars games are never too long, barely lasting more than 5 minutes usually. Which you might think, well, doesn't that promote repetition? And you might be right, but it also takes the formula of Treasure Wars, and you play to your own heartbeat. You can choose how to play. You can play, Blaze of Glory, just get into middle and just beat everybody up. Or you can play defensively, or possibly you can take your time, get everything you feel confident with, and then rush people. There's so many different ways to play, so it really helps that repetition become less of a problem, and all around it's a very sound game. So I would say Skywars itself is deserving of a 9 out of 10. There's nothing too wrong with it. Sometimes the PCs are a little bit much, but that's it. Everything else, so fantastic game overall.